Okay, folks, we want to say a pleasant welcome this morning to this edition of the program, Critical Analysis. And I am seated here this morning to bring you all of the trending national issues as it relates to this program here this morning. Again, I'm Jasper F. Andrews, who is seated here this morning, bringing you all of the happenings here in Liberia, Africa, in the rest of our one world. And on today's edition, we are here on the first segment of this program. We will always bring you the trending national issues as it relates to Liberia and other part of the counties in Liberia. And quickly, we dive into our stories that trending in Liberia this morning. And this is May 2nd, 2022 edition of the program. This morning, and this one says PUL calls on all journalists to show up to the Supreme Court today. And the President of Liberia is calling on all journalists in Liberia to assemble at the Supreme Court today. And you can also grab a copy of that development that is coming from the PUL there. And stay around the PUL this morning. This one says PUL moons journalist Nawe Gomet demands. And I read again. It says PUL moons journalist Nawe Gomet demands. And you can also get the copy of that story that is coming right there from the Press Union of Liberia. And this one says President Weah fires Councillor Cooper Cry for attending JMB ceremony. President George Weah fires Councillor Cooper for attending JNB ceremony. And you can also get a copy of that development that is coming from the papers right there. And this one say, better years ahead of us, says CPP standard bearer Elizana Benedict Cummings, who is saying that better years ahead of us. And you can also grab a copy of that development right there. And this one says, why did Boakai made a gamble and chose Jeremiah Bankun as his running mate? Why did Boakai make a gamble and chose Jeremiah Kuhn as his running mate? And you can also grab the copy of that development that is coming from that paper right there. And this one says, Asna Mitad, CEO assures host communities of equal opportunity employment. Asnomita CEO assures host community of equal employment opportunities. And still around that period about Asnomita, and Asnomita turns over renovated Buchanan Hospital surgical ward. And you can also grab a development coming from the Asnomita this afternoon. And it says Asnomita turns over newly renovated Buchanan Hospital surgical ward. And the last on this papers this morning says President Weah makes several appointments in government and you can also grab a copy of that development right there. And quickly we gave you the international development that is trending on the news this morning. And it says the US judge reject Trump's lawyers mistrial request in rape case. US judge reject Trump lawyers mistrial reject request in rape case, and that is our only international development that is coming up right there. And like I said, we want to welcome you, those who following our live broadcast. Jasper F. Andrews, tagging seated this afternoon here and in making sure to bring you the critical analysis on this program this afternoon. If you are following us, you can share our live coverage, our live link, and also give a comment to this program. And if you want to be part of this program or the live broadcast, or we just give me a comment and we will certainly send you the link so that you can form part of our discussion here this afternoon. And as you can see on our one of our headlines or one of our talking points here this morning is who is advising President Weah? Who is advising President Weah? And this question seems to be the questions that needs to be answered by every Liberians. Every Liberians need to answer this question. Who is advising President Weah? Is President Weah is being advised by Honorable Gray or by the Council of Churches or by the Muslim community? Who is really advising President Weah when it comes to making major decisions in Liberia? Quite recently, when the former telecommunication minister, who is now the who is former was dismissed by was dismissed by okay. We are very, very sorry for that.
Hey, my Liberian people, if you don't find any other better network that you can market on or that you can listen to or that you can get the best of the best, this is the network, Talk TV Media Network. We are an online broadcast network right now, and we are looking at expanding eventually in the future. But right now, this is the best place to reach out. Because Talk TV Media Network, we are the voice for the voiceless. We are the voice for you, all the Liberian people. Right now, you'll be able to find us on Facebook. You'll be able to find us on YouTube. You'll be able to find us on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, LinkedIn. Those are all the broadcast network platforms that you can find us. We are based in Liberia. We are based here in the United States as well.
Okay, and you that was the words from our CEO there, Mr. Semgad, who is also telling us that we are an independent platform. In this platform, we are solely and wholly independent. We owe loyalty to no political party. We owe loyalty to no individual, but we owe loyalty to Liberians and Liberia. And we stand up to saying the truth, nothing else but the truth. And be it in the opposition, be it in position, be it in the ruling establishment, we only want Liberia to be a better place for every one of us to live. That we can move freely and do what we're supposed to do as Liberian. So Talk TV Media Network is one of that platform that is here to give you that credible and balanced information here in Liberia and also based in Tulsa. And like I said, when I was just interrupted by our internet right there, uh, who is advising our presidents of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador Dr. George Weah. And George Weah over the weekend, and the top stories read said, President Weah fires minister for attending May opposition party's function. And this is what exactly I will be looking at this morning. Like I said, what I'm saying, who is really advising the president? Is the president taking advice from Honorable Gray? Because, okay, let me read this. He said, barely 3 days after he attended a ceremony making the naming of the main opposition party's vice presidential running mate, Councillor Cooper W. Cry was being dismissed as Minister of Posts and Telecommunication by President George Weah. Cry dismissal follows a call from ruling party influential lawmaker, Mosurado County District Number 8 Representative Akaus Moses Gray, who demanded Cry's immediate resignation from government on grounds that the new sacked minister having shown up at the UP ceremony last weekend. So, are we saying, or is President Weah taking a direct mandate from Honorable Gray? Because when Honorable Gray posted this on his platform, on his social media page, and we see in no time, Mr. Cooper was dismissed, and he's been replaced by one of his kingmates from Nima County. And is Nima County also beginning to be a political grounds that every political party has to have a mayor on that ground? Is Nima County now a target for this election? Because the Nimayan everybody wants to get some sort of individual into Nima County. And we also hearing that it's not yet confirmed. It's unconfirmed that uh, the likes of Alexander Cummings is also looking in that direction to take somebody from Nima County. And quite recently, you saw a JMB also picking his running mate from Nima County. And the Minister Cooper, the who is the who was the post and telecommunication minister, was recently dismissed within 3 days or 4 days. He was dismissed by the ruling establishment because he attended that identical ceremony. And again, the president has his right, though the president has his right to dismiss and to appoint, because once you've been appointed by the president, you work at the will and pressure of the president. So if you can work at the will and pleasure of the president, definitely he will fire you. And the Constitution gave him that right. But it set a party hierarchy that will influence the dismissal of a minister or a stalwart of the party, or the president, he himself should sit down and think that this person needs to be dismissed because he or she attended the major political party event. I believe that the president should have should sit in his right mind, and decide who to dismiss, who not to dismiss. But we are saying, and the brains are saying that the dismissal of Minister Cry, who was recently dismissed by President Weah, and that decision came from Honorable Gray, now the representative of District Number 8, because as soon he saw Minister Cry at the political rally, he posted on his Facebook page. And you can be working with somebody again. You can be working with somebody, and you can be working for somebody, and you go and chase that person out. No, you have to look at the logic right there. Because if you're working for me, and then I pay you per month with taxpayers' money, and I does everything for you, I have the right to dismiss you. I have the one that appointed you, and I also have the right to dismiss you. And I also have the right to keep you there until my tenure gets expired. But seeing you at a political party that is seeking, that is fighting hard to remove me from power, and seeing you attending such an event will also make someone who thinks that it is a deception. It means the person is not working in the pro agenda for prosperity. But again, are we saying that this government, only people, only citizens are need to work into this government? Only those who work, or those who are loyalty to the party supposed to work within this government? Is he not a Liberian? Is this the government of inclusion they talks about? So because I work with you, I have no right to affiliate with no other political party? Is this what the folks in the CDC and the likes of Honorable Gray is telling the Liberians, that once you support the opposition, it means you cannot work in the ruling establishment. We cannot give you a job. We cannot give you any position that you will use to talk against us. And the president also has his right to dismiss. He has his constitutional right. And that right, he exercised that right once you've been appointed by him. And again, being appointed, you have to pass through the Senate. You have to go for confirmation hearing. So all of these appointments by the president passes through the Senate. The Senate do the last vetting before they confirm and take your post as a minister. But today, only a one post, only a post from a sitting lawmaker or stalwart of the ruling establishment who sat in his own corner, instruct the president, look, this guy needs to be dismissed. In fact, he should resign. And he did not resign. And the political leader advised him not to resign. Let it dismiss you. Let him be dismissed. And exactly so. He was dismissed. He was dismissed by this government. He was replaced by one of his kinsmen. So are there fights? Are there fights in Liberia that the ruling establishment, the opposition, the imposition, are there fights into Nima County? Who owns Nima County? Who will get majority vote from Nima County? Who will have a standing ground into Nima County? Because you dismiss somebody from Nima County and you replace him with another person from Nima County. So I don't get it. Who is really advising President Weah? And when it comes to decision making as a president, you have your political advisor. You have your political advisor. When it comes to religious, you have a religious advisor. So you should always take advice from your political advisor. But if always taking advice from an individual, one who was always who was also elected, and the two of you, the president and that of Honorable Gray was elected, the two of you have the same tenure, taking instruction from a lawmaker to dismiss a minister who went to attend a major political event, opposition political event, and he was dismissed by the sitting president. Okay, folks, we want to say this is a critical analysis show that has been brought to you by this platform, Talk TV Media Network, and with your host, Jasper F. Andrews, who is seated comfortably this afternoon to bringing you some critical analysis here this morning. And we want to take a very short break to be right back. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the critical analysis show here on Talk TV Media Network. I'm Jasper F. Andrews, who is comfortably seated here this afternoon, making sure to bring you uh, trending national issues as it relates to Liberia and our and the rest of the 15 counties in Liberia. But on today's edition, we are talking about the advisor to the president, who is really advising His Excellency Dr. President of the Republic of Liberia, President George Mane Weah, who is really advising our president on major decisions, major appointment, how he go about visiting local and international communities, uh, who he chooses to work in certain position, who is the me advisor, who is the me advisor to the political leader, who is the advisor to the political leader. And Liberians are seated in their different corners thinking about the advisor of the president. If we just see a certain lawmaker influencing the decisions of the, not influencing, but mandating the president, telling the president who to dismiss and who not to dismiss, we tend to question the political advisor to the president, because this is what we need to know. And at the ruling establishment, telling the Liberian people that nobody in government, no opposition, no ruling establishment should affiliate with the opposition. No ruling establishment should affiliate with the opposition. Is this the mandate from the political party? So are we going into where Liberians only owe loyalty to a political party, not Liberia or Liberians? Are we only care about those who working in government, not only talking about Liberia, how to develop this country? Are we sitting in our little corners thinking as to life, how Liberians' life will be changed in the coming years? And we are again going to election. October 10 is around the corner. October 10 is around the corner. We have major political parties in Liberia. We have the ruling establishment who is seeking for re-election. We have the opposition who, on the other end, criticizing this government, saying that this government is not working for the Liberian people. This government is not doing anything for the Liberian people. And we have the government saying that we are doing more, we have done more. And if we're even doing more than what others have been doing in the past years. Who is advising the president? And who is influencing major decisions when it comes to the political landscape? Is President Weah taking decisions from partisan? Is President Weah taking decisions from lawmakers? Is President Weah taking decisions from the religious community? Is President Weah taking decision from a political party? Who is making the decision for the Liberian president, President George Mane Weah? And again, we want to say a pleasant welcome to this platform this afternoon. On this platform, we bring you critical analysis, we bring you critical events, we bring you critical points and critical headlines that are making the news in Liberia and the rest of our 15 counties. And we also hit the international communities on the trending national issues and the headlines that are making the news in that part of the country or the world. But on today, let's take a word from our CEO once again.
Hey, my Liberian people. If you don't find any other better network that you can market on, or that you can listen to, or that you can get the best of the best, this is the network. Talk TV Media Network. We are an online broadcast network right now, and we are looking at expanding eventually in the future. But right now, this is the best place to reach out. Because Talk TV Media Network, we are the voice for the voiceless. We are the voice for you, all the Liberian people. Right now, you'll be able to find us on Facebook. You'll be able to find us on YouTube. You'll be able to find us on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, LinkedIn. Those are all the broadcast network platforms that you can find us. We are based in Liberia. We are based here in the United States as well. So we're not a small network. We're bringing you information that is factual, that is true, that matters to you, the community, the people, and the government. We are not a political party. We do not owe any allegiance, or we do not partner with any political party. We are an independent network. That is what Talk TV Media can do. This is what we do. Okay? We talk about politics. Anything about politics, we talk about it. We talk about healthcare. We talk about business. Yes, business empowerment, human empowerment. We talk about music. You know.
That was there from our CEO there, Mr. Sam Gadu, who was also telling you, the followers, that this is the Liberian People platform. This platform is owned by a Liberians based in the United States, and we have our office in Liberia. So we want to say a pleasant welcome again as we bring you the critical voice and the critical analysis on this platform. And I'm seated here this afternoon, Jasper F. Andrews, sitting behind the microphone and making sure to bring you that critical analysis and critical voice that you need to know and need to hear. And we also bring you the headlines that are also making the news in Liberia, in our districts, in our counties, and in our villages, the trending national issues that are hitting Liberia. Until then, we want to say a pleasant bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. We want to say thank you very much. I'm Jasper F. Andrews. This is the song that closes and introduces this program.